Our intrepid group consisted of a 4-stack, who were down on their luck. 3 losses in a row, where healing had been poorly applied, if at all. Out of frustration, and not actually expecting the game to let him, our tank main had chosen both to queue as tank and healer. Confusion sets in, as our main tank was now a silver ranked healer instead of a plat tank. Our silver tank player had been denied by fate the means of communication with his newly acquired co-tank, resulting in multiple, questionable, ill-fated dive attempts. This had the effect of leaving his team repeatedly staggered for much of the duration of their initial defense. With the teammates left repeatedly to their own devices, changes need to be made. Soon realizing that Winston wasn't working, Reinhardt was chosen to be the frontline tank. This change was working for a while. Like a dog in the Winchester, unable to look up, the kill feed was not being paid attention to. Our Reinhardt was becoming myopic and suffering from tunnel vision, only able to see that which was in front of his face, or his hammer. Our underdog tank was trying to restore his former glory, but there was no honour or glory to be found when you let both your healers die to a Reaper ult. The universe no longer made sense, but Sigma reminded us it wasn't obliged to. Mona, our DPS, had switched to Sombra to facilitate that, and despite Pocket from the solo queue Ana, the attention our Sigma had garnered from the other team was too much. Overtime hit. Things were looking grim, but the team started to pull together. The offensive line was being maintained. They were being pushed back, and they were falling one by one. The excitement proved just too much to bear for our Lucio, as he decided to take a quick nap on the payload. Time was put back on the clock, and the enemy team were back in spawn. Time had run out again, but our heroes were delayed, not defeated. The enemy bastion was easily dismantled, twice, by combining shields, orbs, rocks and automatic weapons. Overtime struck again, and our Zenyatta building up his ultimate. Our newfound Zen main burst forth with the shining passion of his ultimate, cleverly buying us time to regroup and allowing our Sombra to use her EMP to secure the kills from the end of first. The team were truly becoming a force to be reckoned with, forged and in battle, an elite unit. Mona secured a 4-man EMP, double hacking the hog, whilst the team focus him down and resulting in us securing the second point. Pavlovian responses triggered by the enemy Reaper had led to both defences ult being used, which could have been our downfall, but the trans overlapped the Moira's attempt to capitalise on her Reaper's ult, negating her damage. After the game of my ult is bigger than yours, the stagger kills were maintained through our hacks and discords with our newly converted Zen main coordinating. Knowing that they had to maintain this momentum, the win condition was clear: burn down their clock. Our Sombra seemed to have hacked the game itself, leaving her to remain invisible to the enemy, despite not being cloaked, using hacks to deny the res, and staying in their backline. Despite Sombra's efforts, the front line was crumbling, and our spawn camp was at an end. They began to use ults staggering our heroes. Sombra, having built up her EMP, was stalking her prey, looking for opportunity. A bold attempt to combo the EMP with the Baron ultimately failed in stopping the momentum of the enemy team. In the ensuing fight, our Zenyatta builds up another ultimate, providing enough sustain for the respawns to come in and slowly turn the tide of battle. The enemy team was sent packing, and Sombra returned to hunting. Finding the ball disguised as a ball, like a boo in the Cave of Wonders, the temptation to secure the kill was too much, leaving her blindsided to the hog's hook. The Wrecking Ball returning to the payload, with his ultimate dropping his mines over the payload, zoning out our heroes, unable to contest. The time it took us to regroup allowed them to push halfway around third point. The Reaper with Death Blossom coming up was sustained by the Nano until the EMP had worn off. Then the rest of the kills for the red team were just clean up, forcing us back into spawn once again. Respawning with his ultimate, our Sigma attempted to force a Sig 9, but unfortunately missed half of the team, unable to shift them off the point. Their ball employing a secret technique passed down through generations of hamsters, all the way since Snowball the Russian dwarf hamster developed it according to the holy Hammy scriptures of spin to win. But we did it once, we can do it again. The enemy team pulled out their finest Gorgonzola to wave under our noses. They were back on Bastion, but we proved that they were more swift as we poked holes in their defense. Their Bastion, though, was down, but not out. Sigma succumbed to the Bastion, failing to check his flank. Like a well-oiled machine, staggers were coming through thick and fast, with our Sombra and Zen taking care of the enemy DPS, and securing a double kill on the healers, utilising the EMP. The only real resistance then provided towards the end of second was by the Wrecking Ball using his secret super special rotation relocation method in a desperate attempt to stop the overtime counter from remaining on his screen. Perhaps he had been worried about burning. Another EMP laid out with everyone helping out. Saw Farah credited with a double. Our last long fight for the final corner began. Back and forth ultimates, our Sombra taking part in an all-you-can-eat hamster buffet, making her ult charge look full up. Cart presence maintained. And eventually 9 points collected. In the red spawn room, the ball punched the hog so hard he disconnected his internet. The team played safely, performing the same spawn camp as before. Even the hog's eventual return couldn't provide them with enough momentum to get the cart going, and our team secured the victory. The end.